All right, welcome in as a big day here at Foolish Club Media, and a big day as well for the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll get into all of that as I don't know how early you were awakened this morning, Steve, but it was I think about 5:30 in the morning or something like that when it hit to me that the Chiefs made a splash move that we will get to, and we will cover that on the Daily Fix only the way we can, and be looking out for Brian's World a little bit later on today. A lot of coverage on this tomorrow, showing BK, or on Friday, excuse me, showing BK. I'm sure we will talk about all of the news with this big trade for the Chiefs. First, however you're listening to us, we appreciate you. If you're taking us in on YouTube, we love you for that. If you're taking us in on Twitter, we love you for that as well. Please, to get all your information and to help us out as well, please head to our YouTube channel, Foolish Club Media. Like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. And remember, if you don't do so, you are preventing my 3 children, all of them under the age of 10, from eating. So please like and subscribe over there. Not going to hold you long. What a special moment in sports last night. And if you had issue with it, you're a sucker and don't have a heart. Also, more with, just being honest, more with some of the Hop stuff and why I really like this move for the Chiefs. But let's start with it. The big trade there. The Chiefs traded a 5th-round pick that could turn into a 4th-round pick depending on the production of DeAndre Hopkins. And Steve, it felt like this has been talked about for years, not just weeks, months, for years. They were outbid by the Titans a couple years ago when they were trying to get him in as a free agent. But the Chiefs make the move. They had to make the move, man. They're without their top guy, Rashee Rice, who they're trying to flirt with, could make a late return, but you just got to consider him out. They're out without Hollywood Brown, their big free agent guy. They're out without Juju Smith-Schuster, who is going to at least miss this week. And we're talking about hamstrings for a guy who's 26 but has the legs of a 40-year-old. It could be longer than that. But listen, they bring in Hopkins. He is 32 years old, but a big-body receiver, Steve, 6'1", 212, 215. And listen, this year, I ain't going to lie to you, ain't been good. And there's a lot of factors that you could, if you want to be in a positive route, to say, hey, Will Levis and Mason Rudolph are throwing in the ball, and this and that. Yeah. But whatever you say, it's not been productive. Now, last year, Serta, he played in the 17 games, had 75 catches, over 1,000 yards with 7 touchdowns. That would have led all the Chiefs receivers, including Travis Kelce last year. I'm going to say this, Steve. I really like the move. I won't even get into I like the move mostly. I think it's a move they had to make based off all the injury stuff that we said. But there are people asking, all right, does this change the team? Does this change the offense? And I think it does change the offense because I think it fixes roles. I think it fixes hey, all right, Worthy, you don't have to go off plan. You don't need to do and be more than you are. We can use you in the speed. We can use you to open up the field for now Hopkins and Kelce. We can use you the way we intend to do. Gadget stuff, reverse stuff. It's no need for him to try to jump up his production or the plan for him. Travis Kelce, this should open up things a little bit more for Kelce because, that's a guy you at least got to pay attention to. And, bruh's always open because of those hands. I think when Juju comes back, it makes sense for that. I just think he fixes the roles of people. He himself is not like, Devontae Adams or somebody like that completely, like Tyreek Hill, if you would have got him, it completely changes. But I think he lets everybody know where they are and everybody can kind of play at their best. And I do think this is a move that helps Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I think it helps the entire Chiefs offense, including Kelce and Worthy. Yeah. But it's a move that they had to make, and it's cost effective. So you're not upset with what they gave up draft capital wise to go out and get him, because they absolutely had to do it with Juju going down. It's just that this is kind of the risk you take when you're trading for veteran cost effective players like 32-year-old DeAndre Hopkins, is that he's had some injuries here and there over the last few years, had issues being on the field, and the Chiefs, who knows when Juju's coming back? Hollywood's not going to be back till the postseason, if at all. Rashee Rice is done for the year. And so it's like, you just hope they get enough out of Hopkins that it complements everybody else, and the defense is going to keep you at a championship caliber anyways. So that's all they needed. They just had to do something.
And to me, you can see him doing some of the things that Rashee did. I mean, he's a taller body, but he's a big body guy that has been fine going in the middle of the field, especially playing off of Travis Kelce. And dude he is a guy, Steve, as you know, when he's covered, he still has a chance to be open because he has great hands and great body and knows how to use his body with defenders. And he's one of the best, and I know you love this, one of the best contested catch guys, not just in the league, that we've ever seen. So, like, I think it helps a ton. And I want to continue here with Hopkins because this is such a big deal. I think it takes up two of these conversations. And that kind of moves to sort of where I think he really helps the most. Where I believe, like, you get into a space if he stays healthy that you love this move. And to me, sort of when it comes down to it, we know the Chiefs play tight games, and we know most games are tight. Steve, it comes down to your 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 8s, like the big third down plays. Can you extend drives? Can you stay on the field? This is in big games. This is in the playoffs. And then it comes down to the red zone. And I think the Chiefs have gotten significantly better in those third down spots and in the red zone. Now you got two big body targets that play in different places that can play on the outside and on the inside. You can line Travis up wide. You can line Hopkins up wide. You can line Travis in tight. You can line Hopkins in tight. Those are two big body guys with hands that you don't have to make perfect throws, especially with Hopkins, because he can go get it. And so I love the thought of, hey, man, I think converting those type of third downs have become easier. And it become a thing that is helpful to the Chiefs with him because that's what he's good at. Like, it's not the downfield thing. You don't need him for that. But he can go make tough catches, slants or whatever, 3rd and 7. You just throw it in his vicinity, he can come down with it. So that, to me, is why I really like the move in those two particular areas.
Yeah, he's still a player that can break tackles, that can go up and get the football, that can make those tough contested catches that you're talking about. And really, that's not really Andy Reid's type of wide receiver. Like, Patrick Mahomes hasn't had a lot of those guys. And even Rashee Rice a lot of it was kind of like precision passing game, like in the intermediate stuff, or go find the open space and break tackles. Like, Hopkins can still win in his routes, and he can still go up and get the football that way. And you don't need him to be the old DeAndre Hopkins. You just need him to be what Juju was for this offense. You just need a consistent playmaker who will go out and get the tough catches when you need him the most. And that's what DeAndre Hopkins, I think, can still be even at 32 years old.
Yeah, I'm intrigued, Steve, seeing him in the slot. I'm intrigued seeing him in the slot, seeing him like in the role of Rice. Rice played, but Rice at least in the middle of the field working off of Kelce. Right. I am intrigued to see what that looks like. He'll line up on the outside at times and yeah, you want to make some contested throws, some tough third downs but I'm really intrigued to see how he is in the middle of the field because the Titans did that especially last year. Going back and looking at stuff, he lined up on the inside in the slot and made some hay for the Titans. So I'm intrigued to see how he plays off Kelce. I just love the fact, man, you get smart guys like Travis and Mahomes and Juju's a smart guy whenever he comes back, and Hopkins. Like, there's a lot of things that can come with that. And whatever you've seen from him in Tennessee, to me, Steve, with Mahomes and with Andy Reid and the other stuff around it, you got to believe there is going to be an uptick on whatever you saw.
Yeah, and
because of them.
And Hopkins has never been on a team of this caliber. Like, so at this age, you hope that he is ready to go on a run and make history with the Chiefs because he's never been on a team that's had a legitimate chance at a Super Bowl like this one.
All right. listen, the DeAndre Hopkins stuff is stuff, like I said, we'll continue to hear on all over Foolish Club Media. So check it out, like and subscribe. But last night was just a great moment for sports. I felt like a proud godfather sometimes in my mind. I feel like I feel like Bronny's like a godson to me with
that's my boys.
Yeah, man, with the closest of the one-way relationship that I have with LeBron. No, but listen, I would say this. If you watched that and you saw that and you were like, oh, go ahead. You're a hater at the top of the charts. Like, whatever, man. Even in the if you didn't just look at that and say, man, that's cool, man. You know, not just like it's the first time it's ever happened. When you got the Griffies over there and you're like, that's cool. That is a cool thing that dude's been able to play long enough. And this dude has been able to get to a point where he could get there. It was just cool. As a father, I know I'll like, for me, like Joe Buck, maybe it was real cool when Jack Buck got to call a game with his son, Joe Buck. Who knows? Maybe my son will potentially do something like that. Maybe I'll host a show or do something with my son. But that was a cool thing. And you could see the emotion especially from LeBron, that, this is something that clearly he dreamt about. We've heard this conversation a lot. And to see that it actually came to fruition, like, to me, you're a heartless hater. If you look at that and you're like, I hate LeBron. I hate Bronny. Dude had a heart. Like, they almost lost this kid last year. Whatever. Like, this was just a cool sports moment. And you are a sucker if you come away with anger. You ain't got no kids. Man, I almost cried. Shout out to Anthony Davis last night. By the way, big time performance, baby.
I did not watch a second of it. I wouldn't have even known about it if you didn't tell me about it this morning. So
yeah, I know, man. You're a closeted sports fan, closed-minded sports fan.
I was busy. I had things going on last night.
Sure, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I've been planning this moment for a couple of weeks. I didn't want them to put them in together preseason games because I wanted this moment. A big 2 minutes, though, from Bronny. JJ Redick got his ass in there and got him out. He did get 2 attempts in those 2 minutes and 41 seconds and almost hit a three before he clanked it off the side iron. But great moment. Now, Bronny into the G League and enjoy life. And hopefully we'll see you come back up there. Hi, Mom. Hey, Courtney.